Hey guys, it's Megan, and today I'm gonna show you a glimpse of the backyard. We cleaned it up a little more. We're not done, but it's getting there. There are a bunch of surprising things going on. I was picking some greens to feed the birds, and I noticed some plants were flourishing. So stay tuned, I'll show you what's growing on. Hi, Sweepy. This is my indoor-outdoor cat. This cat's more outside than she is inside. Always looking for mice everywhere, sniffing around. So here we go. So we're going into the garden now. And of course we gotta open the door. So here we are. Here is my corn coming up nicely. This is the grapevine. It's come a long way. Here's where the exciting part is happening. So these are some eggplants that they're still very small. I'm not sure if they're even gonna make it. Here's my sweet snow peas, and they're coming up. This is my oregano. I've been cutting it back and giving some to the birds. I plant these Swiss chard plants, the collards and the kale for the birds. I also have it in smoothies, but look what's been going on. So we have some peppers and they're almost ready. I see they're getting the yellowish hue, and they're supposed to be yellow sweet banana peppers. Can't wait to have those in the freezer for next year. Here's another one, 3 peppers. Here's another one. Hi, Sweepy. Meow. This pepper plant was chopped down by the wind, and it's coming back really nice. But here we go. Here are some peppers on the plant. There you go. Oh my God, I can't wait to pick those. And the Swiss chard. Hi, baby. You won't notice any difference because I keep cutting it down to feed the birds. I feed them some Swiss chard every morning, and as long as you keep picking it, it'll keep growing. There goes another pepper plant that was cut down by the wind, and it's doing really nicely. Hi, baby. Here are my lavender plants. Blueberries, still not doing what blueberries are supposed to do, but whatever. But we have a hunk of strawberries going on. Hi, baby. Hi, Sweepy. Hi, Sweepy. There go some more strawberries forming. This tree's still alive. That tree's still alive. Oh, and what is this? Raspberries. Yay! Very nice. More strawberries down here. They're loving that pot. Blueberry, again, not sure. But we have lots of volunteer tomato plants. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. There's one. Oh my God. And the beans. Look at this. Look at this. I'm going to pick these today because I'm going away for the weekend. Well, for the week. And I won't be back. Look. Green beans. Yep. All over the place. There go my tomato plants. All of them. Getting bigger. I just staked them up. Here are some tomatoes forming. Here are some tomatoes forming. The cat got tired of following me around. And so on and so forth. That one back there, I pulled it from somewhere and I planted it and I forgot to water it, so it's dead. I'm pulling it out. Cherry tree, not doing anything. Tree still alive. Raspberries going well. Here we have some sprouts from my carrots. See the sprouts? Oh, the babies are sprouting. Sweepy, please. Sweepy. Sweepy. Come on. Come on. Hi, baby. And here we have some the collards and the Swiss chard here. I pick it for the birdies. Hi, birdies. Hi, babies. Hi, birdies. Hi, birdies. These 3 are the salt and pepper crew. One of them salt, the other one's pepper, and the other one's Spinderella. Oh yeah, baby. Hi, babies. Hi, babies. They're getting along really well in here. The first few days, this hen was a little rough on them, and she still doesn't like them being in there, but she's got to deal with it. So, peach tree. The peach tree was dying. I don't know what's wrong with it. It comes and it goes. So, this tree's still alive. Stop following me. We have some Pomona cucumbers. I thought they were dying, but they're coming along. These are some new plants that came in the mail. This one, I think it's dead. But these two are doing well. So I cleaned out the planter box in the back. And I am going to put them in there. Hi, baby. And I'm not sure if you follow me on Facebook, but I had some blackberries that came along. We had about 15 blackberries, but the blackberry bush is coming along very well. And you can see some blackberries already. They're all over, but some of them are starting to ripen. Here we go. There you go. There's one. There you go. And it grew a baby, so I hope. I mean, this is big. This thing is dead, so I'm pulling it out. This tree's still alive. There goes another volunteer tomato plant under there. I'm just gonna let it bush out along the ground. That's what we did last year. There goes that last planter box we were going to build. I've covered it up for now because we have to clean all the other side, and then we can move this to the other side and we can open it up. Here's the small planter box. And these transplanted really well. This is acorn squash, crooked neck squash. This gets a lot of warmth back here, but not too much sun. So they're coming along really nicely. I tend to come in and weed them and then give the birds the weeds. They love that. So, you pull them out gently and then you give them to the birds. Here's a planter box. We've not put anything in there. I might put the eggplant if they come out before it starts to get cold. And that's pretty much it. That's the garden. And as you can see, sorry, I forgot to give you the overall view. Nice and clean. We picked everything up off the floor. We put the table and chairs here. The compost bin right behind it. No, the compost does not smell, so sitting close to it doesn't bother us. It doesn't smell. It's actually already composted, and we have another bucket we put it in before we put it in here. There you go. That's all nice and clean. See, and dry. I open it and it doesn't smell. Well, it smells like coffee in there because most of it is coffee. We have the grill here. We had an old grill, and so we fashioned that as a side table, and we put a piece of plexiglass from an old fish tank that we found, which is over there. The cat used to sleep in this fish tank. If I have a picture, I'll post it. It's so cute. We cut one side off and used it, and then we used to leave it on top of the chicken coop on the other side when the chicken coop was there, and the cat used to sleep under it in the winter, and I guess it used to get warm in there. She used to like sleeping in there, and I would come out and catch her in there. She would just stay sleeping. But we tried putting it on top of the new chicken coop, but I think it's too high for her. She doesn't like it. So what we plan to do is extend the chicken coop, but we're going to extend it low here for the chickens. And we're going to use the top to put the cat's fish tank house. See if she likes it there. I think she likes it lower to the ground where she can see everything. She's always on the hunt. That's pretty much it for now. I got a weed back there. After I've weeded back there, then we're good. Okay, guys. There's another episode of what's going on in my backyard. Ciao.